In Psalm 23 and verse 4, David said, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil." Now, I think one of the scariest parts of going through a dark valley in life are the shadows. David didn't say he walked through the valley of death. He said he walked through the valley of the shadow of death. And one day a shadow is going to fall over your life and my life. And when that happens, we need to remember several things that are really, really important to know about shadows. So let me give you 3 things to think about that are very important to understand about shadows. Here's number 1. First of all, remember, shadows are always bigger than the reality. You see, fear is always greater than the actual problem that you're going through. And then second, remember that shadows can't hurt you. Have you ever been run over by a shadow? You see, there's a big difference between a shadow of a truck and the truck itself. Shadows might scare you, but they can't hurt you. And then also, a third thing you need to understand about shadows is this. When you experience a shadow in your life, remember, there's got to be a light somewhere. And John chapter 8 and verse 12 tells us this about Jesus. Jesus spoke to the people once more and said, "I am the light of the world. If you follow me, you won't have to walk in darkness because you will have the light that leads to life." Now, if you're going through a dark valley in your life right now, I want to recommend and suggest that instead of focusing on the shadows, you need to focus more on Jesus Christ. And I'd like to illustrate that for you right now. So over here on my left, I have a light shining on the wall. And I'm going to create a shadow. Do you see that? I have a shadow of my finger. Now I also have a great big lantern light. And I want you to think of this light as Jesus Christ. Now I'm going to create the shadow with my hand, and I want you to see what happens when I shine the big light of Jesus on the shadow. Watch this. You see that? What happened to the shadow? It disappeared. When I shine the light of Jesus on the shadows in my life, the shadows disappear along with the fear. You see, you can't focus on Jesus and still be afraid of the shadows in your life at the same time. It's like the old saying goes, if you look to the world, you're going to be distressed. And if you look within yourself, you're always going to be depressed. But if you look to Jesus Christ, you'll always be at rest. And so that's a choice that we need to make. It's a decision that we need to make. It's whether or not we're going to allow Jesus Christ to come into our life and allow His light to shine in our life, to remove all the fear of the shadows in our life. This is what it says in Joel chapter 3 and verse 14. "Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision." This is your moment and my moment of decision, folks. This is your valley of decision right now. See, you can either choose to go through the valleys of life alone, or you can choose to ask Jesus Christ to come into your life right now and go through the valleys of life with you. It's your choice. It's my choice. What choice are you going to make this morning? What decision are you going to make today?